Hello everybody, my name is Caroline, also known as Fox, and welcome to my first episode of Road to Ranked and my first ever series on this channel. I'm really excited to start making videos about competitive Pokemon and just generally any games which I want to play. Today we're going to be focusing on Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, and we're going to be focusing on a team made by MLC Stan, which features Baxcalibur with loaded dice, Gnarkle with leftovers, Goldengo with choice specs, Meowscarada, Focus Sash, Mimikyu Life Orb, and Taurus with safety goggles. After playing a few matches with this team, I really like this team. And let's get into the action. On to battle number 1, and we're going to see the Annihilate come out. So I am going to send out our safety Speedex Taurus. Intimidate's going to go off, and unfortunately that's going to trigger Defiant. We have no clue what this Annihilate's going to do, so we're going to do Protect, just so we can scout out a little bit more information, because I don't actually know a lot about Annihilate, because he's one of the new mons. So Protect's going to go off, and Annihilate is going to use Poison Jab. So obviously Taurus protected himself. Pretty uneventful turn. We're gonna go for a Aqua Jet here, do some chip damage off on the Annihilate. Poison Jab's gonna go off. We know that this Annihilate isn't choiced or scarfed because he would be faster, I think. I don't think Taurus is as fast, but Wave Crash does a sizable amount of damage. I guess he Break come off, and that brings us down to 32 HP. I'm going to go out for another Wave Crash, just to try and knock the Annihilate out. We're waiting. Wave Crash does connect, and it does knock the Annihilate out. Unfortunately, it's going to bring us down to 16 HP. So Taurus is incredibly low on health right now, but the Annihilate, which is a huge threat, is gone. Dunzo. So we're waiting to see what exactly the enemy's next Pokemon is gonna be, and it's gonna be Breloom. Not entirely a matchup. I don't mind that matchup. We're going to go for close combat because Taurus is already going to go down during this battle, and that does a decent amount of damage. Obviously defense falls. The Breloom goes for Spore, but thanks to safety goggles we've got nothing to worry about. I'm going to go for close combat again just to knock out the Breloom. And of course we have speed, so there's that. See the defense wall again, and Breloom is done. Taurus proving to be the MVP of this battle. I'll tell you that for free right now. And we see Shiny Gnarkle come out. I really love Shiny Gnarkle shiny. I'm gonna go for Wave Crash. It's going to kill off Taurus, but it's going to do such a big chunk of damage to this. We are going to see Gnarkle Terra into... We're going to see him tear into a ground type. What is he going to do in the ground type? Unfortunately, Wave Crash is still going to do massive amounts of damage to this. Obviously it's super effective, but it's not enough to take it out. And unfortunately, Taurus does go down to recoil damage. And Earthquake obviously hits nothing. So now I'm trying to suss whether or not I want So we send out Goldengo or Excalibur. Either way, this is pretty much a complete victory on my side. I don't see a possible way that this Ganarkle is going to take out 2 full health Pokemon. So we send out Goldengo, and we're going to Terra, and we're going to make it rain just to ensure that we do outspeed. I have no question in the world that we wouldn't, but we're going to Terra into our Steel Terra type, just to make sure that any missing, not a thing. And Trudel. We're using Terra because we can, basically. And obviously Make It Rain hits. And Ganarkle is done. And that is the end of our first battle, and we are 1-0. Fantastic. Into our second battle, and our opponent is bringing Crocodile, Gardevoir, Brambleghast, Garganarkle, Iron Bundle, and Avalugg. As you can see, I am looking through our team to assess who would be the best Pokemon to actually bring to this battle. As you can see me looking at Mimikyu and seeing whether or not he would be a good one to bring, but in the end I decide that bringing Goldengo, our own Garganarkle, and Meowscarada will be the best option for us. And we're just going to quickly wait for our opponent to actually load in. Fantastic. So we're greeted by our opponent, and into the second battle we go. And our opponent is going to send out Brambleghast, and immediately we see that he's a ghost type, and we're going to go for a Stab Shadow Ball to see if we can get rid of this Brambleghast immediately. And immediately we do, we get the one-hit KO, and Brambleghast is gone, which is really good for us to get that one-hit KO. We're waiting to see who we're going to send out next, and we're going to see the Crocodile. Of course, we are choiced into Shadow Ball, which isn't very effective. We're going to swap out, you can see me contemplating who to bring. We're going to bring in Meowscarada because of that super effective Flower Trick. And we're going to wait. The Crocodile is going to go for Dig, which is pretty good for us because we can now go for Protect, and it is a clean and easy switch in for us, which is fantastic for us. So we're gonna go for the super effective Flower Trick, but unfortunately we're gonna see our opponent Terra into the Ice Terra type for Crocodile, which is gonna cause Flower Trick to do almost next to nothing, and suddenly, well, not next to nothing, it still does over half, that's probably about 70%, but unfortunately it raises Anger Point and Crocodile is at max attack, and Counter's going to go off and bring us down to our Focus Sash. We're going to go for Sucker Punch here, and just to kill off this threat, because this is by far the biggest threat. Meowscarada sadly only on 1 HP now, but Crocodile has gone down, so Meowscarada has pretty much done its job in this battle. Our opponent is sending out their last Pokemon, and it is the Avalugg. There's no point in us swapping out, so we're going to use Knock Off just to get a little bit of chip damage off and remove our opponent's Never Melt Ice. We're going to see Avalanche go in, obviously going to kill at 1 HP. and Meowscarada comes back. So you can see me contemplating between bringing in Garganacl or going into our choice Goldengo. I choose to go into Goldengo because the between the Terra Steel and Make It Rain being super effective on Avalugg, there's absolutely no chance that this Avalugg survives, considering that he's already at 25% of his health being taken from that knockoff. So we're going to see the Terra into Steel, go off without a problem, and we're going to see Make It Rain come off, and as I said, Avalugg stood absolutely no chance in surviving that, and we have won our second battle of the video, and we are 2 for 0 in ranked. I assume he's going to try and put up some screens of some form. Not really a good thing for us, given that we're dragon, but we're going to stay in and we're going to try for Icicle Spear and see what this Grimmsnarl is going to do to us. So we're waiting for James to make his turn. And he is taunting. Okay, that works out. We're not setting up here. We're already going to attack with Icicle Spear, and that's going to hit once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and are we going to get... Oh no, we don't get the 5th time, unfortunately. We're gonna swap out into... Oh, no. We are going to actually stay in, and we're going to go for Icicle Spear again, or are we going to go to Ice Shard? Ice Shard, because it's priority. And the Grimmsnarl goes down, which is pretty good for us. Pretty great indeed. So what Pokemon is James going to go into next? I don't know what that is. That is the Klefki. This scares me a lot, the Klefki, because due to Taunt, I can't protect, I can't scout out what he's going to do, and I don't have anything which really wants to take on this Klefki. But also it's a Klefki, so I don't really know what it's going to do, and I don't know what I'm going to do for myself, so I'm going to intimidate it, but I'm pretty sure, well, Klefki is going for Iron Defense, which means this thing is going to be an absolute tank. So I'm trying to work out what the most damaging move. In the end, I go for a Protect just to scout out what he's going to do, and unfortunately that was a bad read as he goes for an Iron Defense. He's now +4 in defense. Any attack I do is just not going to do anything, so I'm trying to scout out what move does the most. So he goes for Substitute. I'm not entirely sure that Wave Crash at +4 defense is actually going to break the sub. It does not break the sub, and Taurus damage with recoil, but not much recoil because it doesn't do any damage. And honestly, I don't entirely know what I'm going to do, because I don't think I have a Pokemon which actually does break this sub. We're going to see Goldengo come in, just because I don't have anything really. And of course the Klefki is setting up properly now, so I guess his Calm Mind come off. He's going to go up to +1 special attack and +1 special defense, +4 normal defense. he's an absolute tank right now. This Klefki is absolutely going to sweep me. And honestly, I don't think there's anything you can do. We're going to do we're going to Terra into our Steel type to try and make it rain a stronger move. Because it's pretty much the only thing we can do at this point. Because it's neutral, it's from a Goldango, it's going to hurt a lot. Klefki outspeeds and goes for another Calm Mind. I am just accepting that at this point, this Klefki is going to absolutely murder my team. Let's see if Make It Rain is actually going to break the substitute. I don't think it does. Oh, it does! Between Make It Rain and the Wave Crash, it does. But Goldango's special attack has fallen, which effectively puts Klefki's special defense at +3. There's nothing really I'm going to do, and it's going to go up to +3 special attack, +4 special defense, +4 normal defense. There's nothing I can do. I think in hindsight I probably could have switched out to a different one, because even at +5, Make It Rain does quite a lot, but we're going to see the Citrus Berry pop off and undo all of that damage which Make It Rain has just done. We're going to bring in Excalibur, because honestly I think we need kind of a clean selection, and I'm pretty sure that Klefki is going to go for a fairy type move here. No, he sets up Substitute again, which is an absolute nightmare because we know that nothing can break the sub. We're going to go for Icicle Spear. It does absolutely nothing to the substitute. How many times is it going to hit? We're on 3 right now. We are going for number 4. Can we get number 5? Oh, we do indeed get 5 hits with Icicle Spear, and the substitute still doesn't fade. You can see Draining Kiss come out, so Excalibur almost dying. We're down to 28 HP. This Klefki has just regained all of its health. There is nothing I can do against this Klefki, not a single thing. So we're going to go for Icicle Spear because we know that Excalibur outspeeds. We don't know it actually. Iron Defense goes off, making it even stronger. It's at +6 defense right now, which is crazy. This substitute, nothing is breaking this substitute, which means that this Klefki absolutely swept my team. I didn't think he was going to bring Klefki, because honestly, aside from Excalibur, nothing was weak to it, but oh my, it is an absolute sweep. I guess Taurus as well, but Taurus has the water form, so he has the Water Terra, but crazy, absolutely crazy. We're going out into Goldango again. Goldango is going to get a Draining Kiss, but that doesn't really do much. Steel type resists Fairy, but it's a crit, which probably is going to matter in the long run. Make It Rain is going to pop off, and I'm not even sure this is going to break the substitute. Oh, it does! Fantastic! But honestly, this Klefki is absolutely going to demolish. It's going to go for Draining Kiss again. Yeah, it doesn't do much, but we're going to go for Make It Rain again. And of course, we see the sub come back up. This Klefki, I can't beat it. I cannot beat this Klefki. It's way too bulky now. See, Make It Rain breaks the sub, but the Klefki is either going to go for Iron Defense, Calm Mind, or Substitute. I'd be surprised if it goes for an actual normal attack. Yep, there's the sub going off again, because it's it wants to set up, and with the special attack drops that Goldengo is taking from Make It Rain, we're going to get to a point where Make It Rain does not break for Substitute. We're not at that point yet, but Goldengo is now at -3 for special attack. I should have probably quit out of this match a long time ago, because I know I'm not going to break it. We're going to see what Make It Rain does. It does a very small amount of damage. We're going to see Draining Kiss come out. Goldengo lives on 2, and it is another crit, which is making me think that this is a scope lens, because honestly, I don't think Draining Kiss is a high crit move. And the fact that it's hit twice and got two crits is crazy. That does absolutely nothing. Special attack, I think I'm down at either -4 or -5 now. I'll force Draining Kiss. I'm gonna take 2 HP, have fun with that 2 HP, and Goldengo does indeed go down. Nothing else I have wants to take the Draining Kiss from a +3, I believe. A +3 Klefki. Intimidate goes off, that's not going to be useful, it's a special attacker. We're going to go for close combat. We outspeed! Amazing! That does nothing though. And we're going to see Draining Kiss, because we know it's its only attacking move, and that's absolutely just re-healed it back up to full health. There is nothing we can do in this. We know right now that its highest stat is, in fact, defense, but we also know that Klefki outspeeds Excalibur from previous turns, so literally we lose. This is our first loss of the series. Excalibur doesn't get out of turn. It's a crit. Fantastic, but it's not going to do anything unless we get 5 crits. But there's a second crit, but yeah, we do under half with Icicle Spear. Draining Kiss, Excalibur is at 28 health, he wasn't going to take that. And that marks our first loss for the series, which is unfortunate. And we have lost to James. So on to our 4th and final battle of the video, we have Talonflame, Skeledirge, Tyranitar, Lucario, Garchomp, and Cyclizar. Cyclizar I'm assuming is Shed-Tail, but there's a lot of... we're going to bring Garganacl because that Talonflame does not want to meet a Rock-type move. Nor does Skeledirge, but I would be surprised if they bring that, given that we also have the Water Taurus in the back of our team. I'd be surprised if they bring a Fire type. So, we are against Calum. What are you bringing for us, Calum? We are going to see him lead with Talonflame, which surprised me. I assume he's either going to Tailwind, but we lead with Garganacl, and honestly, we're just going to get a Protect Off, scout out what this is going to do. I assume he's going to want to Brave Bird, or just to get some damage off. But we shall see what he's going to do. He uses Steel Wing, which, okay, is good scouting for me. Would have expected the flying type move. We're going to go for Sulkier, so we can get that constant damage off on Talonflame as well, but he withdraws Talonflame, probably predicting that Sulkier is coming. We see Cyclizar. I assume Cyclizar is going to try and Shed Tail. That does a decent amount of damage, it's about 25%. And of course it's going to do the continuous chip damage, brings it down to about 35%. I know it doesn't really do much damage to it. So So we're gonna have a gander at swapping out. I think that we're gonna bring in Taurus. Taurus is gonna do a lot of work for us in this. I believe, just from the previous matches, he's been such a good Pokemon. Intimidate goes off, and of course we see Dragon Rush, not Shed Tail. Ooh, that does a lot. That's a crit though. Receive Salt Cure. Still doing chip damage. He's down at 50% now. We're gonna try and work out what other things, because if he has that Skeledirge, we can't go for close combat. It's not gonna hit the Ghost type. But nothing else from his team really wants to take a close combat. So in the end, we're gonna go for it. Oh, we see Double Edge and then outspeeds, but that does nothing to me. And Cyclosar is damaged by recoil, and close combat is going to knock him out. It's super effective from a Taurus. Our defense falls, as does our special defense, which isn't ideal, but hopefully that won't have all that much of an effect. I'm hoping that we see the Talonflame come out again. We have Aqua to just make sure, and Talonflame that lives on half. Flame Body burns us. That's really bad for us. Knocking our defense down. Defense attack. Knocking our attack down by half. Hurt by burn. Steel Wing did absolutely nothing to us, but we're going to do absolutely nothing to this Talonflame either. I'm going for Aqua Jet over Wave Crash because I assume that this Talonflame has something like Gale Wings, which is going to make the first flying move have priority. Aqua Jet still does a lot, so maybe we shouldn't have gone with Aqua Jet, but Taurus is going to go down to Acrobatics, but he had done what he had done. He'd done what he was used for. Gonna bring in Meowscarada, which is our Focus Sash, so either way, Meowscarada is absolutely going to take this thing out. We are going to Sucker Punch, because we love a little bit of priority here. And yeah, Talonflame is going down. So it's 2 versus 1 right now. Lucario comes out. Would have been a really good time to still have close combat. Because there's nothing here which I can do, so I'm going to protect, scout out whatever move he wants to do first. He's going to Terra, which really isn't good. What Terra type is he going to go into? He's going to go into Fighting Terra, of course, make all of those moves hit so much harder, get rid of all of his steel type weaknesses. Absolutely going to be a tank. I'm so glad I protected, because close combat on Meowscarada from a Terra to Lucario, yeah, I think that would have been a one-shot. Nothing I have really wants to play with this Lucario, so we're going to Terra, we're going to go for Flower Trick. It's the only option we really have. Get rid of our fighting type weakness that we have in our Dark Form, meaning that Meowscarada should be able to actually take a close combat. And Flower Trick is hopefully going to hit like a truck. It's definitely going to do a lot of damage. And it's actually a one-hit wonder. It is a crit. And that mattered so much, would be my guess. That was crazy. And at the end of the first episode, we are 3 for 1. And I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy, please feel free to subscribe and like the video. If you didn't enjoy, please leave a comment telling me why and how I can improve. And I will see you in the next video.